Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Christmas is done, and you can hear the wings of Aeon the Terrible coming over the mountains. I'm Slidewhistle.
It's yo boy, Immunization, and I would like everyone to be made aware that we are recording on Mr. Slidewhistle's birthday.
Woo, woo! Happy birthday, Slidewhistle! What are you, fucking 48? 52?
I have a request. I want you to sing me Happy Birthday as Marilyn Monroe, but as Growlina. Ready, go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
That's as bad as I thought.
Happy birthday, Mr. I was gonna say president, but you're the guy who talks first, the guy who talks most, but you're not. I would not say the leader. I would not say there's a leader. Anyways, Slide. Happy birthday to you. And I do not endorse, nor do I think you would want an under-the-table Hummer. So I'm sorry, my Marilyn Monroe impersonation ends right there.
Everybody is standing. It was a standing ovation. I can see the crowd clapping.
Oh, Lord. I think I did not drink as much water at work today. I'm a little lightheaded.
There's a lot of air coming out of you.
Honestly, 10 out of 10, no notes. Great job, Growlina.
There were several notes, actually, and she hit them all. Speaking of hitting, Robert Kotick is going to be hitting the road today as you are listening to this. He's going to be packing up his office. We're all going to be doing the L dance, and he's going to be wiping his tears away with his big novelty check that had, what was it, $1 billion?
Yeah, but this man is leaving richer than he came in. But you know what? He's not in my video games anymore. So maybe with his fat little fingers out of the pie, it'll be a better product. Do we believe Microsoft? Are they going to be able to right the wrongs? That's the thing. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if they're going to right wrongs, but I don't see them being bad. Like, Microsoft is too large to have, like, Sketchy Steve be one of the department heads.
Exactly, that's the thing I was thinking. They're, like, too big and too, like... I feel like they're, like, such a well-oiled machine that, like, they won't have the struggles that of, like, the groundwork of, like, a small Blizzard type thing, you know?
Yeah,
like,
they truly are not a small startup out of Anaheim. They're an incredibly large, too big. I don't like that Microsoft, this huge company, owns Blizzard now, but at least if it's big, maybe it'll be... they'll mind their P's and Q's.
I'm so interested if there's going to be any Game Pass implications. That's what I'm waiting to see if there's going to be another little extra bonus thing for players to be able to pick up. Like, you know, so if you subscribe to the Game Pass and you have a WoW sub, you get a mount every month, or you get some Traders Tendies every month. Give me that one, please.
The thing is, I could totally see them doing that because, like, they already have promotions with, like, Twitch and Amazon. So, like, who's to say that, like, just having Game Pass or whatever it's called on Microsoft couldn't just be like, yeah, this month you get, like, a Game Pass reward.
I'm here for it. I mean, there's a Twitch reward right now. If you don't have, I think it's the Swift Windsteed. I believe that's what it is.
Yes,
One of the purple Pandaren.
It's the crunchy Pandaren goat horse. And yes, Twitch viewers will have already had a chance to get this thing. But now, if you don't watch Twitch, but just have Amazon Prime or whatever, today's your day.
Yeah, pick it up. Okay, wait. So I'm on MMO Champ reading, like, the Bobby Kotick leaving Activision Blizzard. And, like, Activision Blizzard executives, including Mike Ybarra and Rob Kotick, now report to Matt Booty, president of game content and studios at Microsoft. And yeah, it's just Booty. Booty.
Well, clearly he started his character on Pandaria the same night that we started ours.
This is my Mistweaver Monk Booty Microsoft.
Poor,
Booty
I feel
Mike.
so bad for this guy. Like, that's how does that last name even happen? You know what I mean? Like, how do you have that last name? Like, where does that line date back to?
he's almost got to be an anti like Nintendo's Doug Bowser, where Doug Bowser stays out of the limelight because like he doesn't want people to be like, oh my god, it's Bowser, it's the bad guy. Now, what is this, Mike Booty? Mike Booty has to stay out because the WoW player base is going to be like, ooh, Booty. Like, imagine being like, and introducing, coming to the stage, Mike Booty.
You would have to almost embrace it. Like, you would almost have to just, like, be, like, make it part of your, like, everything.
Yeah, so if you're fully embracing it, would you go by Mike Booty or Michael Booty? Possibly Michael, middle name, initial Booty?
First of all,
like
it's
Michael
Matt.
P. Booty?
I would go with Matthew Booty. I think that's what I would pick.
I would try and push my name into, like, Max. And so I would say Max Booty.
Oh,
and
my
then just,
God, that'd be so good.
And then just every BlizzCon show up and just have like tearaway pants and be like, oh, he's got the thrall face booty shorts on again. It's Maximum Booty.
Follow-up question. If he is newly married, she would have to go by Miss New Booty, right?
Absolutely. Oh, and they can get like some great custom woodwork done. Like, you know how like we're the Booty Clan. You can like it could be the name of his little family.
And then he'll have a child. Oh, I'm sorry, he'll have twins. He'll have two beautiful baby boys, and they'll be the Booty Boys.
Right and left, the cheeks.
All their dogs, whenever they go on a walk, will have those little booties.
Watch Matt Booty send us a cease and desist for talking about his product now that he owns some part in the WoW thing.
Honestly, like Blizzard never really gave a shit about anything like any of us said, but like Microsoft's big enough. Like if RuPaul like gave us a cease and desist in the past, then like Microsoft probably will too.
That's very true.
They do business with Nicolette Minaj, and she too has sent us a cease and desist, so it's not out of the question.
Ooh. Okay, we got some 2023 stats from WoW. Just like, you know how they like, it's like a Spotify Wrapped, but for Blizzard games. Mm-hmm. Who do you think was the deadliest creature? Who has the most kill counts to their name in WoW?
Okay, I just have one question, and then we can make some guesses. Is this classic or Yum?
In Dragonflight. This is Dragonflight specifically.
Ooh.
I do believe, and I don't mean to poke a hole in it, but I might have seen this. I do believe it was Miss Razagath herself.
I was going to say, it has to probably be either a dungeon boss or a raid boss, just because like the sheer number of like wipes that people would have on them. And, like, raids are more so that. I have not seen this, but my first thought was also Razagath, just because, like, at least our guild, we just had a lot of wipes on her, and I feel like that just makes sense.
Then imagine, like, LFR, because, yeah, it is Razagath. 48 million deaths.
Yeesh, rude. That's a lot. And I guess she has been the only last boss that's been difficult, but god, 48 million. And I was at least half of them.
And then my other favorite stat here is they did how many players were crushed by D.Va's mech in Overwatch for the year. 26 million players.
I think they said that at BlizzCon. I remember seeing a video while we were walking around one of the Overwatch areas, and yeah, I was like, beans. But also half of those are me too. Sometimes you're getting in there and you want to hit a little squishy D.Va with your mace. Oops, she sat on you.
Big mecha Matt Booty in the face.
And, like, that's the thing. I feel like whenever I play D.Va and I purposely try to get cheeky and, like, squish somebody with my mech, like, they all see it coming and kill me, and then I don't get to remech. And then, like, the enemy D.Vas, like, always, like, surprisingly appear and are able to crush me. I don't know.
You try and get new Microsoft liaison Matt Booty with it? Yar, it's me, the mid-episode pirate. I'm gonna fire a cannon in the background of this next bit, for no particular reason.
So how is it's the holiday still, so this is a good word episode, right? Like, I feel like our WoW time has been, like, a little limited for some of us. I mean, not for me, I've been going ham.
I was just about to say, hey everyone, we're about 9-ish minutes into this episode. I played very little because if anyone remembers the BlizzCon episode, I broke my laptop, which means I was unable to bring it to Cubby Bub's ancestral home, which means I just got to hear of the stories and glories.
I mean, and I might as well have had a broken laptop, so, like, I Honestly, okay. My like 12-year-old like played Legion when it was current content laptop was struggling at my parents' house, and I will say I had graphics on like -20 and still wasn't helping. I mean, like, I feel like we're eternally reminded that WoW is very, very unoptimized in like every way that it runs.
Yeah, I'm to the point where I have to get a new desktop rig to run it. And I'm like, fuck, I can't imagine how your laptop was holding up.
So I would have to like preload Veldraken. I'm like, okay, well, I want to like try, like, if there's one thing I can do, I can like, work the tables, get some crafting orders in, which I did. I made a lot of bank. Maybe like a lot of people weren't around to fulfill orders or like craft things because it was like Christmas and whatnot. But yeah, no, I had to like open my laptop, log into WoW, and I'll be like, I'll be back in like 20 minutes, and then Veldraken will be there. But I discovered something. I don't know if like this is like a somewhat common thing, but I noticed that in Veldraken in particular, Miss former sexiest NPC of the week, Militia, in her fight room where you upgrade your weapons and shit.
Yes.
That, I believe, is the last place in all of Veldraken to load in. I just tried to fly in there, and then it just blue screened, and I couldn't see anything. I could only see like my mini map, and I could see that I was in the room and I was walking around, and I guided myself to like where the item upgrader was, and then I just had to wait for everything to load in. It was very weird. It was kind of the vibe of like, remember how when the Zerla Caverns first dropped, and I think Slide, you said that this happened to you, where like if you came in too hot down those tunnels, and you could like technically beat the game on loading in the caverns, and then you like hit a wall.
Oh God, yes,
Yeah,
I used to
the
love
wall.
doing that because the enemies hadn't loaded in, and they were kind of big toughies. So if you absolutely ate ass into the tunnel, you could get to like halfway to the spider and not have to fight anyone.
Yeah, so I guess that is the last place to load in Veldraken. And it's kind of scary. I thought like my computer was just like full dying, but no, I just needed to give it like a minute.
I definitely support that theory because I've been doing a lot of PvP on JBeebs, my brogue, and I often have to do a quest for her.
Also, okay, don't sell yourself short here. I don't think you've officially said this on the podcast, but you don't just have the name JB.
No, he has. I hate to cut you off, but yes, last week we did go over the fact that you have the legal name Justin Bieber, and that has led to a lot of nice and a lot of mean.
Yeah, still happening, by the way. Still happening. But so I've been leveling Justin Bieber.
Did our guy come back? Our guy
No,
who said that, quote, no one loves you?
I'm pretty sure I ran into him on an alt because I was talking in trade chat and this person was going in on me for no reason, and it was very much the same cadence as the other guy, and his name was equally as stupid, but I wasn't able to verify it because I was in and out of PvP queues. So I just missed him. But
Yeah, because you're busy. You might as well have just told him to get a job.
Poor. But so I have been loading in to Militia's fight room constantly, coming in off of some battlegrounds, and she's straight up the caboose. She's the last person to load in Veldraken. To much the point where I'm like looking at my watch, like I'm like, where the fuck is she? Like, is she ever fucking coming to give me this conquest that I deserve?
Okay, so, which is weird, because, like, isn't she the closest NPC to the door? But anyways, have you guys also noticed this in the auction house? Like, sometimes if you, like, fly into the auction house, like, the auctioneers don't load in for a second?
Yes, I am definitely going to either of those locations on the reg.
Okay, I mean, like, you didn't even know that there was an auction house until, like, 3 weeks ago.
Hey, I knew there was an auction house. Other buildings I might not have known. Do I spend the vast majority of my time walking out of the big tower, turning left to the bank, and then warping somewhere? Yeah.
Mr. doesn't even have ancient Dalaran portal.
I'm eating candy. I can't defend myself.
Okay, well, so perfect then. Like, I can say that, like, I've been, like, leveling and gearing up my mage, and Aaron, even I have the ancient Dalaran portal on my, like, dumpy ass Koragos mage.
Hating ass motherfuckers. All it would take. Tell you what, this weekend I'm gonna go ahead and stream me doing all 10 minutes just to say na boo boo, stick your head in doo doo, and I won't get attacked next time.
Honestly, that's quality streaming content. I'll be streaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me know.
Like
I'll
6,
tune in.
7 minutes. I think the longest part will just be getting to just a Strathholm or whatever.
I made some bank off of that, and I wasn't even trying to. So like oh my god, I've been doing the Grinch on my mage. I got a toy I didn't have. I can't believe it. It finally happened. I got the little box that you lay out and you can wear like Winterfell clothes, like the little green and red suits. I didn't have that, I guess. But people are so annoying about mage portals, and like I get it. You're not on a mage, it's easy. People whisper me aggressively. They're like, "Hey, can you give me a port, please?" And I'm like, "Okay, you said please, I give you a port." Some people just go port, and I'm like, absolutely not.
Okay, so some people are really, really weird there. So like the mages too, like so I wasn't asked. I mean, I'm not one of the people that are like, "Hey, port," or like yell like somebody put a fucking port down. But like there was this one mage that yelled, and he like positioned himself like up the hill after the Greens died, and he yelled. He's like, "Come kneel before me, and I may invite you to a group to use my portal."
Honestly, I dig that energy because that's how I feel when I go down there. I'm like, I don't owe any of you motherfuckers anything. I'm leaving when I can. One time I did say I felt bad. I was like, "Come on, everybody who wants to invite, press 1." And so many fucking people pressed 1 that I had to spend more time ferrying people home than I did actually killing the Grinch. However, 3 of them did open trade with me and tipped me.
Good.
One of them gave me 100. One of them gave me 3,000. One of them gave me, I think, like 250. But I'm like, oh, okay.
You should hunt down guy number 1 and guy number 3 and be like, "Oh, excuse me. I wasn't familiar with the game quite yet. You owe me several thousand gold. Guy number 2 set the precedent, and you need to pay up."
You know, the thing is, I tried to tip somebody for a portal once, and they just said, "No, it's fine." But for that guy who demanded that people kneel before him, I ran up and I /kneeled, but like not just /kneeled. I made sure I was close enough, and then I gave him a /clap as well.
Yes, a kneel and clap.
It lives on.
Also, I do want to go back a little bit. I want to delve into Immune's financial dealings over here. Because every time this motherfucker tells me he's making money on the table, he's making money. Like, you've like doubled your money?
Yeah, so, okay, so I believe a few weeks ago I said I was in my rich bitch era, and like, I still am firmly in my bag here. And by that, I mean, like, a few weeks ago, I was like at 750K on my priest. Now I'm at like 1.6 mil almost. And this is with buying all those shitty, overpriced augment runes for like my hunter. And I'm like, it's like not stopping. And I have a new theory. Okay, so you know how I would always post those guides where it's like, what are the best crafted pieces for each spec?
Yeah.
A lot of them need like a cape as one of them, just because it's like not tier, it's easy, you can put an embellishment on it, like whatever. Wait, can you put an embellishment? You can, right? You can put like the one that like I know the mages like it, probably warlocks or whatever, like the one that like does additional fire damage, those shadow tempered patches or whatever.
Shadow flame tempered patch is actually good for like I think pretty much every class except Feral, who's using 2 blue silken linings.
I hate the idea of using 2 of those blue silken linings, although apparently there are a lot of BM hunters that are doing that well. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't trust that I will be above 90% health like that much.
Yeah, I hate using 1, and I'm like, I can't use corrupting rage potions because then it will knock me down. It will take it'll be detrimental.
But anyways, I feel like there's a lot of people that use a cape with one of those things. So like there's a lot of people that have been needing those. So I want to cross-reference that Wowhead list just to see. But like and I've been like having this little. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling my trade secrets on the podcast, but I'm going to. So I'm a tailor and an enchanter.
Before you go, you remember what happened with the Overwatch one. You let all of our exclusive people know, and someone in there leaked it to big Microsoft, and they destroyed Bing coins.
Me? Yeah. Oh, sorry, sidetrack here. Slide and I believe we're both referencing this one TikTok or Instagram live of Nicki Minaj when like she randomly brought this one guy named Sachin on because she was trying to hire a personal assistant. Have you seen this one, Aaron?
No.
He roasted her so bad that she made him her personal assistant, and he still is to this day. And he has her concert and shit's organized and everything. Like this sassy little guy.
You need to get your music done. Ooh, me? You need to go in the studio.
Yeah, he was like, you will get your ass in the studio, and we will get this album out on time. And she's like, me? Ooh. Yeah, anyway, so you're right though, Aaron. Maybe I shouldn't reveal these secrets because, yeah, they nerfed those Bing points into the ground, and it's so bad. Like they would give you 10 to 20 points for doing stupid shit, and you could just type gibberish nonstop and get all of your points for the day really fast. And now there's a cooldown, and they've gotten smart. They know that the gibberish shouldn't count now. I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm almost want to drop Bing. I'm like, I don't even like Bing.
Wait, hold up. Bing's Microsoft, right? There it is. There it is. That's why Microsoft now owns World of Warcraft. They saw how good it was, and they're like, we gotta fix this. This is all wrong.
You're right. They're going to personally nerf my little scheme here, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyways. Okay. I mean, just because I'm such a generous person.
Oh yeah, it's really hard.
Anyways, I'm a tailor and enchanter. There's a shit ton of people that are just always posting saying that they need their enchanted crests, which is funny because I saw. Did we already tell the story about somebody saying if you think the game is dead, what to do?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, I saw somebody was like, if you think WoW's dead, if you ever want to see how alive WoW is, post in trade chat and say looking for crest, and you will be absolutely assaulted by 25 whispers of enchanters who are like, I can do that. Me.
So I do that, right? Or sometimes I just go to the enchanting table and see the public orders, and then if they have some people put so they're idiots that say yeah, I want my enchanted Aspect's crest. I will tip 100 gold and put none of the resources down. I'm like, bitch, that's 2 Dracathis. That's at least 9k.
Trying to get a free meal of 1,000.
Yeah, anyways, but sometimes the people who do put all of their ingredients in and just put a low tip, and people don't want to waste their public orders on it, I whisper them sometimes, and I'm like, I can make it in a personal order, and then after I whisper them, I see because is it just default WoW to show what somebody's class is when you're whispering them?
Yes, their name will always be. I mean, it's colored with the class colors, but I don't think it's what I mean. This is a mage. Yeah,
so it's colored. So then I just know when I'm whispering them. I'm like, okay, so I'm whispering with a mage or a priest or a warlock, other clothies. So then I'm like, oh, well, I can make that crest in personal order, and then they're like, oh sure, I'll send it over, and then I complete it, and then I'm like, oh, well, while I have you here, I'm also a tailor if you need to make something cloth of that, because I know that they will, because I see that they're a mage.
They're making a crest. You're basically offering the Mr. Allen combo pack, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, a crest for 2k or a 2 for 4k, 40k. I don't know what the translation would be.
I mean, it all boils down to 29 2 for 50. That's basically
29 or 2 for 50.
Yeah. Anyways, it's been really successful. My small business here in Valdrakken.
Yeah, you almost have enough. Well, you do have enough money to front me a milli again if I need it. So good times. Aaron, how much money do you have on Garlina right now? Do you know your financials?
I don't even wanna talk about it. It makes me too sad.
What are you spending it on? Griffins? Is that where all the
No. I too have been scorned. To get my numbers a little bit higher, I did purchase the big expensive rock that I rub the
reusable augment.
Wait, what do you mean
rune.
you've been scorned?
Well, because I finally did it about a month ago. I achieved it. I got 1,000,000 gold. And I was walking around town, coins jingling in my pocket. But then Lynn said, we really gotta do everything we can to push those numbers. And alas, 1/10 of my wealth went into the rock trade.
Did he whisper you?
No. I mean, it's just, no one said anything in reality. I was just like, I should get the reusable augment rune because it makes me better. And
yeah,
you'll need every advantage that you can get in raid.
It's crazy how expensive it is. So wait, so now you're at 900K or
Well, yeah, I've slapped some monies on, so it's like 930K, but it's not a milli, and I only had a milli for like a week and a half. It was so sad.
What embellishments does Fire Mage run? Because do you also? I know that most people like the Shadow Flamed patches or whatever.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no! Are you embellishmentless?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh shit!
And people are supposed to have a lariat too, and you're supposed to have for years.
It's changed.
I don't know what that is.
We gotta get you some embellishments going. It's basically like having a tier set. Like it's just like free passive shit, like free passive.
Yeah,
whatever.
last week when you were like, "Oh, it's one of my embellishments, like the green string," and I was like sitting here, and I'm glad I didn't break in front of Immune because I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, wait, we'll get you 2 embellishments. You're gonna be fucking pumping.
I mean, I can also make them because I am a tailor.
And then and you know what? I'm just airing it all out. Remember, for forever, and probably that's still what's happening. You're supposed to slap shit on your necklace, and you're supposed to do it in a way to get 3
settings.
Yeah, I never even had one. I never did it because I didn't know what it was, and I felt too embarrassed to ask.
All it is it's imagine if you know how like when you buy sockets from the Great Vault.
Yeah, it's like gems.
It's basically just that, but you can buy at the auction house. So all you have to do is buy 3 gold and you're good, or you can buy 1 silver and 2 gold.
Buy. You're telling me to buy things. I just told you that's my issue. I'm slightly less rich now.
They're way cheaper than 100K. They're like I think like 2K, 3K each.
3K. That's like 7K coming out of my monies. I barely have any.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you these medallion settings. We're gonna get you the embellishments, and then that also probably means you don't have a big stat gem because you can get a big stat gem, but you can only get it through work orders from jewel crafters, and it gives you like a 100 intellect basically, like on a gem. But you can
the
only wear
only
1.
big stat I have is Big Stat Jim, the guy who follows me around and lets me know which stat is best. And all he's been doing is just shouting critical strike for forever. And I was like, I don't even think that's accurate, Jim.
Come on, Jim. Like the Solon Slim Jim car they found.
Oh, I am so glad that Fast Meat has been found and has been returned.
So was that his legal name?
Yes.
That vehicle's designation
Fill
was
in the
Fast
crowd. Fill in the crowd. They don't know what's going on. They're like, who are you guys talking about? A Slim Jim car. Fast Meat.
Okay, so you can join our Discord by going to DoNotRelent.com, and we have a channel on it for wrestling where we talk about professional wrestling and all things related to professional wrestling. And WWE has had a long-running arrangement with Slim Jim, and there has been a Slim Jim car, like what kind of car is it? Like I thought it was like one of the like racing cars.
I'm really bad with car names, so we're just gonna call it a fast car.
Tracy Chapman herself dropped it off for Vince and Triple H.
So it was stolen at some point, which is weird because like it's like I don't know how you get away with stealing this because like it's very obvious. It's like decaled to hell and back with like Slim Jim paraphernalia. And it has spoilers. It's very loud. And it was been missing for a few weeks. And oh yeah, by the way, it's called Fast Meat.
We saw it at SummerSlam. Remember? Like, wasn't it parked outside or Survivor Series?
Well, probably both. I don't know. I mean,
we were at both.
we were at both. It would have made sense to me that if it was at Detroit SummerSlam too, because like Detroit cars, at least that's a WWE's thought process. They're like, cool cars.
They parked it behind. I think it was parked next to the Eddie Guerrero lowrider.
Yeah, and Shotzi's tank, the TCB tank. Anyways, it was stolen. It's been missing for a few weeks, but Fast Meat has been found earlier today or yesterday. It was found somewhere near Chicago.
Yeah, so it was one of us. I think either me or you grabbed it. I think. Gershon, was it you?
Maybe it was a I don't even want to have this on the record, but I was going to say maybe it was a ring of us. We all stole fast meat.
I am not in this ring.
That's going to be the new thing that people warn, where it's like,
You can't go to Chicago. Like, they're constantly shooting people, the gangbangers.
no, it's like,
No, that's where fast meat was stolen.
Little William, you can't go to the Windy City. They took fast meat, those brutes.
Not fast meat.
Anyway, sorry about that, listeners. We are back now in the WoW sphere.
Okay, I found it. Aaron, he can make both of these pieces, so you're about to be fly, baby.
ooh, I'll finally be able to beat the meta by just having rich, skilled friends.
I make the
Continue to
Shadow
give me
Flame patch,
things.
dude. So like we both combined, we'll get you your shit. All I need is your Spark of Dreams. Sure, you have Spark of Dreams because you have.
Yes,
yes,
I have been
yes.
making Sparks of Dreams. I don't really know.
You're like, what
I
are they
continue
for?
to make. Yeah, I continue to make them, and it's like, use this for crafted gear. I was like, fat chance.
Meanwhile, we're the two people that you should be. That we're like, we can make both aspects of the gear.
I have like 6 or 7 of these things just knocking around. Like, I can't smash them over my knee, so I guess I'll hold on to them.
What's
for
your
now.
do you have a one-handed weapon or do you have a staff? Do you know it's a?
I have a staff.
Okay.
I can get a one-handed weapon, but it will decrease my numbers.
I was gonna say, I guess your third best item is a one-handed weapon, which is I think honestly so unfortunate to hear because I hate when I have to use a one-handed and an offhand. I just want to use a staff or like a big sword.
It's just it takes a lot of coordination. Like I have an offhand, but it's doo-doo boo-boo. Like together, if I put all of my coins into them, all my stones, I think they'd both be about like 460, but I have a 476 staff, so it's like,
Oh, no. It feels bad.
So you can. This is also a part that people actually probably don't even realize because it's very weird. When you're upgrading crafted gear, there's this random Drakthir vendor who hangs out near like a crafting table, and they will sell you crests to upgrade crafted gear. But you have to spend like 60 of your crests for the level, and then they give you a piece, and then you go to the work order table, and then you make a work order with it. Like it's such and they don't tell you it's even there. Like it's so hidden and kind of like underground that it's almost like a detriment, I feel like.
Yeah, and like that vendor that you're talking about is at the enchanter's table. So like, and these are the things that that everyone's always asking for in trade chat, and all the enchanters are like, me, I can do it. I can make them. Me.
Give me. Ooh, what's that girl Growlina up to though?
ooh, let's check. Welcome all again. Growlina here after a restful winter's nap to actually do my job and earn my meager paycheck. A girl's gotta get her griffin money from somewhere. I'm here today with Nopal. Pole, my man, did you enjoy your holiday? Honestly, no, LOL. Spent the whole time at my in-laws' house where they have subterranean internet. So terrible. I can feel your pain, friend. I don't rightfully know what the internet is, but I have felt the pain of being trapped underground many times. Did Great Father Winter at least visit you and fill your Grieves with candies and treasures? Is that like, did I get a Christmas present? Sure, we'll go with that. Then yeah, they gave me a new dress shirt, a calendar, typical adult stuff, LOL. Damn. Great Father Winter gave me a new cool wand and a sentient holly jolly dinosaur. Sounds like you got hosed, buddy. Well, better luck next year. Or next Growl on the Prowl, because I'm out of here. See you all again in 2024. Thanks, Growl. We're back in the episode, and I got some water in my water bottle that sounds like a vape.
I've got a fist miss.
A fist miss? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a Santa Christmas ale. It's called Fistmas Red Ale with ginger and orange.
I don't
peel.
know.
It's got a picture of Santa Claus naked.
I'm not signing off on that.
It's by Revolution Brewery in Chicago, and like they name things like that, so like it's very on brand for them.
Because they're icons of fist, so that's why it's the Fistmas. So in Season of Discovery Classic, which I have not been keeping up with because my PvP Justin Bieber has taken over. Let me tell you, getting conquest daggers is fucking annoying too. But so in Season of Discovery, there's some potentially references to Xalatath happening.
Wait, you saw it?
Ooh, I saw one of these today.
So yeah, I'm on Wildhead Classic. There's something called the Void Touched quest line. And I guess Void Touch armaments are powerful epic items that can be created during Classic Season of Discovery. The questline and acquisition of this gear involves a mysterious shadowy figure who seems quite similar to Xalatath. According to a dead Twilight cultist, figuring out how to speak with them is the first step in the questline. He was approached by a sinister presence who compelled him to create the box.
Wait, the what?
The box.
What does that mean?
It's an item that says this is the box and the T and the V are capitalized. I hover over it. Use. Attempt to use a powerful source of light to destroy the box. And here's the description. Touching the box with your bare hands immediately fills you with a sense of deep disquiet, but also a sense of creative inspiration like you've never felt.
I was going to make a haha sex joke, but I don't think anyone's referred to a woman's genitals as her box since the 1970s. But folks out there, nasties, I had it floating around in my head.
I was going a little more PG with my reference I was trying to spin up. I was like, how can I somehow incorporate Roddy Rich's smash hit of 2019, The Box?
Oh no, you just Xalatath's arrival is just met with I can hear her in the trees, champion. Also, I saw an image of someone doing the quest, and it's definitely just like an elf woman with like 23% transparency who is purple, and I think her name is like Shady Lady, Scary Lady. And I was like,
Shadowy figure.
And I was like, why do you guys care about shadowy figure? Like the person was like, this could be Xalatath. And I was like, because she's purple? But now I know that it probably is her.
Yeah, and like there's quest text too. So like there's like text before you destroy the box, and then when you destroy the box, it leaves behind a shard of the void, and the description for the item is all that remains of the box is a tiny sliver of perfectly black crystal. It seems to draw in and consume the light. And when you use it, it causes the shadowy figure to appear, and the shadowy figure says, "Don't worry about who I am. Consider instead what I can do for you." Which is literally like the first thing she says to you when you first meet her for the first time in retail.
I'm pretty sure that is what she's talking about with the priests, like the entire time she's around in Legion. She's like, this can be... She's like talking shit to you in your ear the entire time about deals you can make and power and whatnot.
This is awesome. I love this. Because like, you know, they can, now that like we're doing Season Discovery, they can seed things for the future in the past. Like it just kind of works out.
It feels really natural. It's ways that they can kind of... Okay, so like this is actually something I would consider a retcon, or like, you know, like it's literally an alternate timeline in the past that they can use if they want going forward. It's just an extra piece of storytelling, and this is something that actually makes me want to be a little interested in Season of Discovery. I mean, I've already said this for a while that like I am somewhat interested in it. I just feel like there's enough other stuff that I'm still obsessed with in retail, and I mean in Yum, and there's just a lot of other good games right now too. I'm like, I don't have time for everything.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I really do think, though, I think Season Discovery is probably the best version, or the most playable version of Classic for us. Like, when I was playing, the quality of life with my spells and runes, I talked about this, were just so good that I was like, oh, I don't feel hampered by 25-year-old game design. Like, I can actually play this. And this is awesome, because you're right, like, it is a retcon in the sense of, like, I don't know if we even have a word for this, because, like, the fact that they can do additional content to Classic, like, it's less of a retcon, obviously. It's more of, like, a what-if scenario. Like, what if we had more time to flesh out these storylines further? Because, you know, they had to cut a lot of shit, too. So they can, like, restore or do a lot of, like, old storylines that they meant to do and, like, follow up on them as well.
It'll be interesting if they consider any of this actual canon, because Season of Discovery, they're like, haha, silly, funny, weirdo mode of Classic, and Classic is just, we're doing the same thing from 15 years ago.
All right, now it's time for one of our favorite parts of the month, when we get the early start on the trading post for next month. January's trading post in what, like 4 days, 3 days?
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Oh boy, I just put a link in the host chat so you guys can keep up. We're going to be starting out with our mounts, which they did not heed our advice to slow down a little bit because we're running out of money. There are 3 mounts in the mount shop this week, or this month.
I have to say, they changed the format of this, right? They changed how they're delivering the items, and I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, so this first section is pets, mounts, and toys. So I believe it's actually 2 mounts and a pet.
Yes, I see.
I don't know.
The
It's
very
weird.
first one here, the time lost salamander, who's a real, just a real piece of work. He's a salamander, big blue sunken eyes with black feet. He's looking up at you, 600 tenders. I guess he's a pet? I'm going to say moot. I don't hate this man, but he will not be joining my menagerie of pets.
Boo, too much for a very basic salamander.
Moot, because I feel like it takes a lot for me to give a pet something more. Honestly, okay, soft boot. I take that back, because 600 tendies, no way. Because up next, these next 2 are far better and like better. You know, it's more worth it. We have 800 tendies worth of the armored golden pterodax, which is, you know, a pterodactyl.
Oh my god, this
cool.
thing! Well, it's cool, but it's 800? Is that what... I thought mounts are 600. It's highway robbery!
Do we have tendy inflation happening here?
I don't know. I think that's pretty accurate. And thinking about it, like, you can't even get a pterodax these days.
Well,
without having to go do
you have to
old
do
content,
Glory
like...
of the Daza Raider. That's how we got ours. I'm gonna say soft toot, because he is really cool, but I'll be saving my 800 because I already have this guy in blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna give both of these a 2. The armored golden pterodax and the next one coming out that we'll talk about. But like, I think they're both good value for the model. There's not a lot of models out here like these.
I also am going to give the pterodax a 2, and then our upcoming one is the jeweled copper scarab. Another mount. Is this like a new take on the one that you would get from that quest line where you had to daily, like, down in all doom, raise a scarab?
Yes, this is another version of the Old Doom Scarab. We have had this already, a version of this on the Trader's Mount. Not this guy, but it was like a bee. It was bee colored.
I was gonna say, it's kind of similar to the... Wait, wasn't it like a green one? A green-bluish one? But that one has a horn on it.
Well, it's come back a bunch. However, this guy looks... He's got jewels on him. He looks like the scarab thing that Aladdin uses to get into the Cave of Wonders.
I was going to say, this is like a drainy scarab.
It's purple and yellow, so it's
Ooh.
drainy themed.
Yeah, big fan, big toot.
Toots for me. I like them. Maybe I'll have to buy them. I don't know, though. That still seems too expensive. Hashtag boycott trading posts until prices are better.
Or let us buy tendies.
We've gone from saying they're never gonna sell tendies to, hey, sell us tendies.
It's all part of their master
We'll
plan.
buy them, please.
We got the armor transmog section. Again, I really don't like how they're forcing us to go like section by section. Like, it's kind of annoying. We got 2 different totems for Tauren. If you want a gray-blue totem or you want a red-white-gray totem, I'll give these a moot. I can't fucking use them, but I guess you guys can.
Boot. I don't like it. That's not for me. Boot. I don't like it.
You can have your Horde totems or your Alliance totems. Moot, I guess.
And look what's happening, folks. So you know how we got the Vagabonds things that get recolors? Well, the Blade Master's Anal Bead Necklace is also getting recolors. Blade Master's Sun Touch Stones, that sounds like tan testicles, is now available in yellow balls and a shirtless effect. I mean, I guess that's fine.
And then, let's just group this with, like, the Vagabonds that you mentioned that are here as well. There are the same color yellow. We have the Sunny Threads and Sunny Trappings. Honestly, I'm going to give them all moots. I mean, like, okay, never mind. I'll give the Vagabonds scoots because I'm tired of them. And honestly, these anal beads are approaching already on scoot territory.
Yeah, So they super added a bunch of stuff to the trading post, but when you really step back and look at it, a lot of it is the same 13 items that are going to be recolored every month, and I don't much care for them. If you look at the traders list, everything that is a yellow wearable, I do not care. Moots to them all.
Next up on the list, we have a recolor of PvP gear from BFA. Ensemble, Solemn Watchman's Garb. This used to be in blue and yellow, I believe, and now it's in a nice muted. I like this like tan, gray, silver brown. I kind of like it. $650 is kind of expensive, but you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of transmog. I'm gonna give it a 2.
I'm also gonna give it a 2. I think this color scheme is very nice. I actually might end up buying this one if I have the tendies available.
I'm gonna give this a soft toot. My only question is, do we know if this is for everyone, or is this one of those armor sets that are only for one type?
That's a very good question, because I do believe this is the male set. So
yes,
this might
that
just
looks like the
be
male
for
set.
Male. But,
If so, then, well, I'll still say soft toot, but if it's male, I will not be purchasing it. That is the lowest rung on the armor ladder for me.
Well, it's a number 2 on the ladder for me, so I'll be more excited if it is available to my hunter. But, like, I hope it's available to everyone. I don't know.
Next up, we have the Ensemble, the Waste Wanderers Trackers Kit. Now, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, is this a Recruit-A-Friend recolor, or is it just a Recruit-A-Friend item, or am I completely off base with that?
It has never been seen in my days of recruiting friends, and I thought Recruit-A-Friend was just mounts.
Well, no, it's more. Do you have the Goblin mount from the Recruit-A-Friend from this time around? Because there's a whole new Recruit-A-Friend system that also involves, I think, a very similar looking transmog.
And wasn't there an Explorer set from that as well?
That was the first batch. I think they've retired that, and now there's a whole new system.
Well, I believe I would need to recruit another friend potentially to get that. So no, I have not seen it.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's hard. It feels like it's got a lot going on with it.
I think I'm gonna give it a moot. I don't know why it's 250 tendies more than the other ensemble we were just talking about. I mean, I'm not gonna buy this, so a moot. I mean, I don't think it's ugly.
It's interesting. It has 2 more pieces of transmog to it than the other one. So are they valuing it at 50 tendies a piece at some point?
I mean, I guess just looking at these other things like single capes, single shirts, those are all 50. So maybe. My big thing is it seems neat. If only it came in blue and yeller. It's got a lot of red and gray on that, and I ain't no mud man. Spits and spittoon. That's a moot for me.
Okay, up next, in a similar color to the anal beads and the trappings, we have the Gossamer Desert Gown, which is a yellow recolor of the dress that I love to wear at my priest. I don't know if there was originally a yellow one from I believe the Anchorage raid, but it's a yellow gold version of that type of dress. Only for 100 tendies. I think this is a steal. This is the first thing I'm running to the Traders Post on January 1st to buy this. This is my shoot.
Wow.
Yeah. This is... Ah, God, I can't say it's the shoot yet, but this is an incredibly high toot. This is the only thing out here that lets Growlina show off her ass cheeks. And I gotta
a little bit of that little pancake, you know?
Yeah. You can see a quarter of the flapjacks, that nice, sad, soggy one that you used to get from the McDonald's breakfast. That's what she's working with.
I'll give it a 2.
Oh, God, we gotta really swing our arms through these ones. Get behind me, everyone. High Lord Ceremonial Drape. It is a fancy cloak for 50. Moot.
Moot.
Orange sleeve shirt.
Toot.
It's an orange sleeve shirt.
It's a baseball shirt. I feel like I've owned one of these in high school. I'm going to give it a toot.
I'm going to give it a toot, too, because, like, I feel like, is this just, like, every gay's, like, uniform from, like, 2010 to 2014, maybe?
Especially with the arms being different colors and, like, the main body. I don't know why those shirts were so popular, but I'm going to give it a... I'm going to give this next one... Oh, wait, Aaron, did you give it a...
Yeah, you look like a cartoon character. It's funny. It's only 50. Soft toot. I'm not going to buy it, but hell yeah, brother.
Oh, so I just said Jake Long. I'm like, yeah, Jake Long needs that. He needs to put that on.
Saying swept soiree gloves. I'm going to give him a boot. They make all your arms and hands look like they're covered in gold. I don't think it's a good look.
Covered in peace boot.
That's a toot for me. I finally get to do my second boss of Ataldazar cosplay. Just kidding. It's boot. I don't care about it. Sepia threads of the Kaloak. I swear we already had this guy.
They were red last week. They're doing the recolor thing.
They were red.
I'm going to buy these, but I'm not going to buy the next one unless they're a good color. I'm going to give it a moot.
Moot for me as well. I don't like this.
Moot.
Tabard
of the Wild
yes.
Might.
Toot.
It's a whole tavern made of like scungy classic era fur model. Toot just for it living its life. I'm not going to buy this thing, but hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, cheers from Iraq. Toot from me too.
Big fan. The Trader's Carrot Sarong. Here we go. Another fucking sarong. I'm going to give it a moot. It's somebody's business. It ain't mine. I'm not in the sarong business.
Yeah, I already had a red one. That's my Fire Mage Beach set. I don't need an orange one.
Moot, I guess. Again, fringing upon Scoot territory. Give us a month off, Blizz. Come on.
The Witch Doctor's fetish frame is very close to a shoot for me, but it's 500 tendies for a back piece. I don't know if I agree. I'm going to give it a 2 and leave it at that.
I'm going to give it a soft toot, if only because I'm worried they might be Tauren logging us here. I guess they show it on, what is that, an Undead?
Undead, I think, yeah.
So maybe everyone can have it, but if it's only for the trolls, I don't like that.
I'm going to give it a tentative toot as well. I think it's cool. I mean, I assume it's going to be available for everyone. But up next, we have the yellow tweed cap. It's a recolor of that Sherlock Holmes cap. This may have actually already been in the
I think
I was about
who
to say, not only is this a recolor, it's come back, and I think it's come back twice. Blizzard, I don't care how many of those stupid fucking yellow hats you bought. Stop trying to sell them to us.
So skipping faster, I feel like. Because like these next items, like how many items have we seen? Have we seen the Scar Shield before? Have we seen the Crown Splitter before?
No, it's all new. That's the thing. It's all new, but it's all weapons.
They're exhausting me.
Tell you what, everyone. There's 6 beautiful weapons. I think they're all neat. Everyone, pick one that you really like.
Okay.
Let's give your book report on it.
I want to talk about the heavily stitched wallet because I already know I want this item. I know coins are going to come out of it, but I don't think it looks good when you're holding it in your hand. It's supposed to be a bag. What kind of bag is like so strictly erect like this? Like,
yes, I was going to say if it sagged, that would be great. The fact that it's a static, immovable thing. And it's going to stick off your hip wrong because it's coded the same as like the beakers from Shadowlands. No good.
The only thing now, though, this is a possibility. They could give it the jiggle physics that the fish has. If it has fish physics, I think it could really work.
You know, I was also going to say I was going to do my book report on this too. This is my favorite of these 4. We know they have the jiggle physics because of the fish, but also I immediately thought of the sausage shoulder pieces that Aaron loves to wear.
Yes.
I do love my sausage.
What about you, Aaron? Do you have one of these you want to talk about, or is yours the same
one? No, well, I can't buy this one because I only have one hunter that has a gun and I'm not going to use him. But the Time Marshal's carbine, Jesus Christ, that goes up there with like some guy came to make a cool gun.
Oh, I didn't scroll down far enough. Oh, this gun. Oh,
It's made by the jailer. It has like runes on like the
rifle.
it's
very Zeri Morty gun, but like it has like the lever action type thing. I doubt you'll actually use it like that when you fire it, but it goes up there with Warlords of Draenor gun of like, let's not have a fantasy gun. Let's just make one that's really, really cool. And then we can go back to like a bow and arrow made out of a giant's jawbone.
One day.
Yeah, that's great. I like all of these guys, but that's the one I like the most.
We're going to go to our last one. The bonus reward for the month. It's the golden mobile timepiece. Note, this timepiece fits under flared sleeves and bulky gloves. You might have to adjust your attire to see this gleaming time tracker. It's a wristwatch.
I feel like they've been giving us some stinkers for the like end cap reward.
It's terrible.
I mean, I think it's cool just because like we don't have anything like this. What do you guys think? Does it take the glove spot or the wrist spot?
If it does not take the
wrist
it
spot,
says,
wrist spot.
Yeah, because it says it gets covered up by gloves.
Okay, I mean,
wow,
it's
okay. You know the worst part? I think it's supposed to actually function.
What do you mean? Okay, now
like the hands move.
Okay, so I was gonna say I'm giving it a moo only because I don't know anything else about it, right? If I see it in action and it has like cool effects, like maybe like on the hour it like fireworks come out of it, or like if something like that happens, then I'm all in. That's awesome. And it being the wrist slot is very unique. I like that too, but I'm tentative. We'll see if I actually like notice it.
I'm gonna give it a 2 just because I like that they're doing something different, and I like weird T-Mogs like this that are just like normal ass things, and I like that they're using the wrist spot. Just like I wish that eventually someday they give us a neck piece that actually has a visible Mog.
Yeah.
I am going, you know what, you've swayed me. I'll toot it as well. Weird little wristwatch. Maybe I'll always have you on. I'll hardly be able to see you, but shine on, you beautiful diamond. And I just want to say this is the exclusive one for us who have been participating in the system every single month. Did you hear about the, what is it even called? The Warden set that they have now revealed you will get 3 versions of upon completing 1 year of Trader's
the one everybody was crying about because they thought it was going to be time-based or whatever?
Yes, it was time-based, but they have now gone and you will get 3 versions of it. You will get one that is gray.
Oh, so it doesn't...
I'm sorry, 4. One that is gray, one that is green, one that's gray at night and green during the day, and one that is green during the night and gray during the day.
Was it ever confirmed, though, that they were only going to be time-based, or people just speculating off of data mining without any actual evidence to back it up, and they were just assuming?
I'm going to guess it's the latter, but boy, oh boy, if the report that I got that you get fucking 4 versions of this is true, that is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. I noticed I didn't give a shoot this week. I don't think anything was shoot worthy. I mean, in my opinion, but maybe I'm saving that for a double shoot next week when we get that Warden set.
Also, I'm going to give my shoot to the gun, not because I think it's the best, but because it's funny that a gun got my shoot.
Pretty good.
That is pretty good.
All right, well, that was our thing. Now it's time for our top toot, bottom boot, medium moot. I got a real fast one, a real quick top toot.
Quick toot.
I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of rogue PvP. I'm able to kill people if even in 2v1 situations some point. I am that annoying rogue that will keep you stun locked for a long amount of time, and it just it feels fun knowing that I'm robbing somebody of the ability to play the game in a weird, sick, twisted way, because I know it's happened to me before.
You're disgusting.
It's like, it happened to me, so I'm giving it back to the world. You know, what about you, Aaron? What's your top toot, medium moot, bottom boot?
I'm going to have to give myself a medium moot this week, unfortunately.
Medium moot.
And it's just that through sheer doing the weekly, week in and week out, I have finished my Super Bloom version of the set, the cloth set you get in the Emerald Dream.
Oh, so you have the whole set now?
Well, not all of them, but I have the whole one for that one. So, The base leveling set was a lot of greens. This is blue and green. I've long since gotten over the thrill of that set, although it is one of the better ones. But now I have it in blue. So
Hell yeah.
maybe one of these days I'll show up in my blue leaves.
Blue leaves.
Blue leaves.
Your blue leaves Christmas shoes.
Oh my god, my outfit can feature blue ivy.
Whoa!
OMG.
Hey.
Dance, 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 dance. Speaking of dancing, I'm going to go to our most acrobatic member of the team, Immune. Give me the scoop.
I don't know if that's true, but okay, let's see.
Do a flip.
Do a flip.
I will now do a Lipa. So I have a top 2 this week.
Okay.
Y'all, it was hard times being on that laptop, and last night I was just like so amazed to be in front of my normal sized monitor, to be able to play the game properly, be able to see mechanics on Smolderon, be able to see everyone else on the raid. Like I'm just so glad, and I have just been wanting to just play nonstop because like I can actually play the game again. So it's been nice. Like basically, my top 2 is not taking what I have in my current PC, even though my PC is getting a little old now too. I'm not taking it for granted.
Yeah, live, laugh, mas.
It is truly time to live, laugh, and learn, and it's time for me to learn from my mistakes. I scrolled down just slightly in the article we were reading for the previous segment and realized you will only be receiving 3 versions of the Sentinel armor. They do not have the one that switches the colors up as versus what's during the day, what's during the night. You can have a gray, you can have a green, or you can have a green during the day, gray during the night.
Interesting.
I'm sorry for lying to all of you, and I'm
Twitter's gonna
especially
be mad at you.
sorry for lying to our patrons. They include Command Sergeant Major Tashurla, fourth host of the podcast, Monkey, Ahoy Vince, Instinct / Drag Race, Azur, and Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, "For the Horde." Mitch, who wants to remind everyone that Rathion isn't daddy, he's a literal child. Crucifix, Saracen Hawk, Kick Puncher, Jerome, Satius and Soup, Adorno, Losing the Patient, Gershom, Big Papa Crispy's Big Mama, Calcus Crinkle, Santa's Void Elf, Ding-a-ling-a-ling, Wooly, Slidewhistle Secret Stalker, tee-hee-hee-hee, Muv, Adaman, Ickis, Vanderlyle, Slidewhistle says,
Fuck Craig.
and Will, a.k.a. Tyre, Trade Chat's least eligible bachelor.
Oh, kiss the bride, motherfucker.
Get welcome to hell, motherfucker! He got engaged.
Tars tied down, baby.
By Lily. I forgot what her name was, but it was like Lily Bloom. There you go.
If you want to send comments, questions, complaints, hey, if you want to donate to their wedding, send it to me at DoNotRelentpod@gmail.com.
We promise it'll get to him.
Yeah, we won't give him a quarter. Yeah, what about you guys? Where are you at?
Well, you see, you can find me, Alex, or Immunization on Twitter at NewEraAlex, or on Blue Sky at Immunization.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at TheBigAcheesy on Twitter.com. And go to visit the show's many, many social media links at Linktr.ee/DoNotRelent. Think of a social media, we have it. I'm going to eat some gum.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. Chew, chew, chew. Blow that bubble and out comes poo. It's an old childhood rhyme you used to tell me.
Yep, but I meant the Earthbound character. There he comes.
The bubble monkey.
Oh my god, where's gay-ass Tony? I totally used him to escape the school at Winters. Haha, fuck you, I'm gonna go meet Nessie.
Tony's making out with a boy. He turns around and he goes,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.